When it comes to bidding, there's often not very much love given to buyers because they are seen as making life difficult. They're asking for X, they're asking for Y, and we've only got a certain amount of time to do it. But have you stopped and thought, okay, why is this? What's going on here? We have to remember that buyers have to follow a compliant process, essentially the Procurement Act of 2023 and everything that comes to it. If they're not following that, there could be serious issues involved in it. But what we've got to think about, those steps the buyer needs to take when they're producing a bid or the whole process. So first of all, they have to plan things out. So they have got to make that decision, right? What we're putting out to tender, why we're putting it out to tender, the procurement business cases we'd call it. So this is where, at the planning stage, you'll probably see the preliminary market engagement notices. If you see these, brilliant, get involved in them because it's a chance for you to find out a little bit more about the buyer, about the bid that's coming out, and also potentially that chance for you to help shape that bid, potentially shape that specification, because remember, you guys are the expert, not the buyer in terms of the service. What then happens, the buyer produces the documents, issues the documents for bidders to then what's known is the submission phase, where you're writing the bid, producing all that information, etc., etc. Once the bids have been submitted, you're then into the evaluation phase, which is what it says on the tin. Remember, there'll be multiple people at the buyer's end who are involved in that evaluation process. Now, depending on who the buyer is, that evaluation panel or groups could be a real mix of people. They could be even end users of the service or product involved in it at some point. When the bid has been evaluated, there is the post-evaluation phase. So that initial announcement or information has been given to bidders about whether you've been successful or unsuccessful. That is that standstill period. Then after that is the contract award phase with a formal notification of who has been successful. So there are a few steps that the buyer has to take when it comes to producing a bid and going through that process. But I think the key bit here is that planning phase. As soon as you know something is happening and there's a preliminary market engagement notice, do get involved, or there could be the planned procurement notices coming out that, again, can give you a nice heads up that there's something happening.